Howdy everybody and welcome back to BTD6 and the week of Sky Warden. Assuming it'll be a week at least. I'm going to do another Chimps game, but this time we're not going to be limited to just 0 XP. I didn't do any more XP farming, but we are going to try out... I want to see first of all if Desperado Sky Warden start works. I imagine it will, and then this will also let us test out Sky Warden itself as we go along, you know? Or I guess I should say that these two working together, right? Because the range boost is probably good for Desperado. And perhaps on this map we can do... I'd like to do max range. Oh, and I brought Etienne. So I'm thinking maybe we can do a Desperado that is Golden Justice on this map and see if maybe the range boosting is significant or not. Ooh. Okay, so we can actually afford Etienne there. I didn't think we'd be able to. Maybe we set you to strong, you to first. It's actually worse, isn't it? Oh, okay. So like this is a little... We'll just keep them all on first, and then as soon as we can we will place Etienne, assuming that works. No, it doesn't. Okay. Go by quick draw. It's fine. I would believe that's enough of a buff, I would think. Maybe not. Really? Okay. And if that's the case, then we'll just buy a second Sky Warden, right? Because these guys are going to buff each other's range eventually. I'm kind of trying to figure out what sorts of balance we want early on, if we want to be buying upgrades or if we just want to be placing more towers. Kind of feels like a few Sky Wardens is a lot better than upgrading the Sky Warden or something. And this is why. Here we go. So we're going to get aerial attunement. We're going to get 5 of them all around Etienne. Kind of want to see what the bonus range on Etienne looks like. Wait, did that have his targeting? Did you see that? That had like his Storm Pulse targeting thing. The only weird thing I guess with this is that Etienne doesn't really, or Etienne gives camo detection to everybody. But I kind of just want to see... Oh, the reason why I want to try this guy out, I want to do a Blazing Sun as well, because Big Iron now also pops lead. So, getting lead popping power easily, I guess I should say, is really nice. Also, you already want to go strong on him typically anyway. I did see somebody mention, was it Wanderer? Not Wanderer, sorry. No, it is Wanderer, okay. Stacks up to 5 times, which is true, but they reduce the buff per stack down so that it equals the same. So it's 9% per stack times 5 instead of 15 times 3. But it does mean you can stack more hours near him at least before he runs out of his buff. But overall, it's the same boost, right? So I'm not that impressed by that. The big thing I want to see is how good is it to have lead popping power off of Big Iron, right? And I think it will be significant, I'll be honest. Already, oh, also this map gives Etienne a bonus to range already, so he's got pretty big range and should probably have, at least by the end of this, small are you? Pretty small. I want to see if I can fit, because that one's going to be Blazing Sun. Maybe I can do the Golden Justice right here. Yeah. And we're about to hit the lead popping power range. Or wave, I guess I should say. Let's see if it works. I'm assuming, I don't, yeah. Oh, look at that. That's fantastic. And I want to know how long he can protect for lead popping power. I would imagine he can probably do wave 37. Stuff like that. I mean, Etienne almost has full map coverage at this point. I know this map's unique, but still. It's pretty good. The only lead, or the only camo popping power we have right now is Etienne and 1 Desperado. I think that's enough. And then at some point I gotta decide what cross path we want to go. Clearly we're going top path halfway through it, at least. I think instead of getting Frozen Verdict, maybe we save up for Farwind Seer, right? Through Mastery, the wind knows no bounds, the arrow's sting grows deadlier the further the air current reaches. I don't know if that just means higher damage the further range you have, it might. Right, because we can get a long range stance as well. So it might be that. I don't think the pistol range on Golden Justice gets increased. It shouldn't, because it doesn't with any other range upgrades. I don't know why they'd make an exception for this. I think Twin Sixes is definitely what we want here. I do kind of like spamming Sky Wardens so far. It feels really good actually though. And that's wave 37, and he does have lead popping power. I do feel like, I don't know, it almost feels like Blazing Sun might be able to just like carry himself these days, right? All the way up to Blazing Sun now. You don't need like an alchemist to get lead popping power. Feels like it's kind of a big deal, right? To me it does. He does lose to rushes, like ceramic rushes and stuff, but you don't get a lot of those before you hit Blazing Sun. And I think Twin Sixes can pop the Moab. I do think... Oh my goodness, it can pop the Moab, jeez. I do think... Oh, did we get a range upgrade by the way? No, we just got... Huh. But like, so far, I do like Sky Warden a lot, right? What do you guys think of Sky Warden? I see a lot of people talking about the range upgrades. Range upgrades are nice, right? The big thing about them is we haven't had extra range upgrades like this in a little bit. The most we've had was, can we hit both these guys? Oh my goodness, look at that. That's impressive, right? We could just nudge it in there, please. That's huge. Okay, that's pretty cool. Oh my god, dude, this thing's so... Blazing Sun is so affordable. Doesn't he basically carry minus wave like 63 and 76? In which case Etienne can help carry that. Like, he probably needs a little bit of help on some of these harder waves. But Twin Sixes seems really strong right now. Yeah, but we haven't gotten really many range upgrades recently, right? Or just apply to whatever. I think, I don't know how much of a range upgrade it is. It doesn't feel massive, but it does feel like enough to matter, right? I think we just buy the Blazing Sun. It does eat up all of our... Ooh, that was actually close. It does eat up all of our XP from the Wardens. Maybe we start buying some cross paths. I'd like a couple Thunder's Decree. I want to set you to strong. Being able to stun is a big deal. Well, I guess we don't need it right now. And then maybe we go Gale on the other ones. I'm a little confused as to why they made top path pop lead. Maybe, I guess they wanted two paths that pop lead, but it's so much easier to afford a 3-0-0 or even a 3-1-0 Desperado than it is to afford any sort of middle path, right? That is pretty good range, I'll be honest. That's kind of nice. And then I think I kind of want to set him to last. Now, improved Pearson accuracy. I kind of want to go Shatter Point on these guys. Yeah, I think that's kind of nice, honestly. The reason why we want to do that, I kind of want to try having it not purple damage. We can actually give these guys long range stance too. Oh my goodness, look at that. Dude, these guys are so cool. Ricocheting bullets is kind of an anti-synergy for these guys, I do think. And by that I mean Desperado's bullets can't bounce. But oh, they did nerf bottom path Desperado, Desert Phantom. I'm curious if the 2 Megapop 2 TC still works, actually. Does that only give... Oh, that gives you the long range stance, okay. This is wave 63, it looks okay. I probably should have had Bounty Hunter for this, but clearly this is working fine. Yeah, That was the scariest part of it. Look at our Moab popping power. Our Moab popping power is really good right now. Look at these guys, dude. Look at how much range they have. Oh, do we have enough? Ooh. It is like 20k for that. Maybe I want to save up for the other one, though. Overall, our costs are... So that's 56 plus... So we're at like 85. Ooh, that looked a little close. So we're maybe at like 90k total right now. So I'm trying to decide, do I want to get Farwind Seer or do I want to get Middle Path? That's a tough choice. I think the Middle Path sounds really cool, but I don't know if I'll actually afford him this run, right? I wonder if reflecting bullets apply to the UCAV. It probably does, right? We may as well grab jungle drums and stuff on this guy. This man does have full map range. So does he, effectively, for most of the map at least. Could you imagine? Obviously these guys were never going to be, but could you imagine if these guys were primary? Holy cow. It is a lot more range, right? It feels pretty good. Hey, these guys can't be placed on water, right? I didn't think they'd be able to. I actually think I am going to buy Stormwrath Archon. It does look pretty cool. So I guess at this point we save for another tier 5. This is actually going pretty smoothly. We haven't hit free play scaling, but I mean... So let's think. If we hit free play scaling, we've probably got about 37,000 by wave 83. Bent arrows serve as volatile conduits. Like, I'm trying to think how good that'll be, or how badly I need that, right? Actually, we kind of don't want him on last anymore, because last hits at a bad angle. We probably want him on strong now. Also, we're not even at max range, are we? Yeah, we've still got 2 more levels on Etienne. Woo! I hit the button too late. That's my bad. I wasn't looking. 77. What actually happens on wave 77? What the heck? I didn't realize anything happened on 77. Apparently just a Moab rush where we don't pop the insides very effectively. Maybe we did want to get Farwind Seer. '78 I was actually a little worried about. That is one of the ceramic rushes. It is the longest wave in the game as well, so... We're probably about to get hit by the second rush. We'll turn on reflecting bullets again, and it should be fine. Did I do that too early? Yeah, we're good. We're fine. I actually thought I would need that ability there, my bad. Right, I'm supposed to get... Remember, it's 3 Thunder's Decree to have full uptime on it. Maybe I should have done that. I really do think it makes quite the difference having it or active or not. Oh, that's the other thing. I could also... Really, we get overwhelmed on 80? That's an interesting one, I'll be honest. Yeah, it was another reflecting bullet stiff. Eesh. Maybe we do want to pick up Stormwrath? I don't know if Golden Justice is what we need or not, right? And I have no idea what Stormwrath actually does for us. Hey, Etienne just leveled up, by the way, which means we now have even more. Look at Etienne's range. You could have put that guy in the middle of the map and he'd be absolutely insane. Really? Huh. It didn't do anything. What the heck? Huh. Well, apparently that's not the answer. That's okay. We'll keep saving our money a little bit longer. Definitely seems like we have an issue with ceramics. So let's buy the ceramic answer, shall we? That's actually a really good spot for him if I could fit him again. Oh, I love tight pixel spots. There we go. We'll just max him out. Yeah, because we have the Moab popping power, we just don't destroy the insides at all. That's very rare for me to build like that. I wonder if that's just because I want middle path. Middle path does have stuns that works on Moab, so I'm thinking maybe it's more targeted for stuns and stuff in Moabs, whereas maybe top path. I don't know, maybe bottom path is more AoE control. Either way, that definitely fixes us up. I don't know if we're gonna get a Golden Justice. We probably should get a Golden Justice. He does have a lot of good line of sight. Like, look, he's got this line right through here, right? And then he's also got this line here, and if he's chasing, he still has that one. All of which are good. Man, Etienne's range is outrageous, dude. You really could put him, like, right here, and he would probably hit the whole map, huh? It looks like our damage is good, at least, right? Where is our damage coming from, though? Let's look at what we got. 94,322, so it is... And have you noticed the Sky Wardens don't actually get that many pops so far? On any of the builds we've done? Which I know we've only done one other video, but maybe they're not all about DPS, I guess, right? Dude, ricocheting glue. DDTs? Shouldn't be bad. Yeah. I think I kind of want to say for Golden Justice. I didn't get a good look at what Stormwrath Archon did. Maybe we buy that anyway. Right? Just to see it. We've only got about 50k, so we can't get both of them. And I don't think we can afford to buy the... Oh, okay, hold on. Let's turn on some reflecting bullets. How bad are we looking? It looks manageable, right? That's not the heaviest wave, obviously, not even close. Those DDTs worry me a little bit, right? Because DDTs shouldn't be that hard to beat. Since we're 94, we can probably justify using abilities here. Actually, like all of them. Yeah, that's pretty good. We do have enough for Golden Justice. Like, my issue is, do I want to get Golden Justice, or what if I get Farwind Seer and Stormwrath Archon? Oh, so that was... Oh, they get faster projectiles as well, okay. Wow, that's a lot faster projectiles, huh? 96 is actually going down pretty easily here, I think. These reflecting projectiles are something I should actually consider. I kind of think getting 3 of those guys might not be the worst. And they're 5,000 apiece, right? 5,160 minus cross-pathing if you don't do Zephyr Sense, which I didn't need to on this anyway, right? Perhaps it's worth considering just saving that. Everything having bouncing bullets does just make it more effective, right? We get overwhelmed here? Kind of feels like we're getting overwhelmed. They are technically pushing up on us, huh? Now, I do worry a little bit about 99. It is a bit of a dangerous wave. Reinforced UDTs have a lot of health. Yes, they do. Alright. 45. You know what? Let's buy Golden Justice. And then let's buy Farwind Seer. I would believe the 2 of these together probably are enough, right? Golden Justice does do a lot of damage. I maybe should have bought him earlier, but that's okay. Is it really a front-facing profile for a 203? It like doesn't line up or anything. It's weird. So, funny enough, Globby was our best character. So let's actually play 1 or 2 rounds real quick. He has 64,000 pops, right? Let's see what he can do. He does do damage, right? Like he did like chunky damage there, it looked like. That's not insignificant, right? Looks like maybe we want them at max range again though or something. Yeah, that's fine. That's rather interesting. Anyway, I'm gonna call it there. We now have 2 of the 3 tier 5s unlocked. Actually, before I call it, can we just take a quick brief look at what the heck the middle path even does? I know it stuns stuff, but I'd like to get a small explanation, a small understanding of it, right? Like, say we throw out a ZOMG. So what's up with that range effect? Can anybody? Hold on. What? Or is it this ability? Oh. Okay, but are they strong? He did pop a ZOMG on his own. It's not scaled at all. He didn't even complete it, but... Whoops. That's okay. Monkey Star. Non-Monkey Star probably makes more sense anyway. So we turn those on. Probably handles group balloons pretty well, I guess. This guy doesn't seem... Okay, so it seems like his ability does do a lot of good crowd control. And now this guy. He probably shoots the faster, or he starts shooting faster and faster. He doesn't do that crazy a damage. Are we seeing this? It's probably just stacking buffs and stuff on him that I'm missing. Because that was very weak. Anyway, I'm going to call it there. Ooh, remind me next time. We're going to do Ring of Fire. Because Ring of Fire got a buff as well. Desperado's crazy right now. He's in a really good spot. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.